So a lot of you guys wanted me to do a video on how Nikola Jokic controls the offense for the Nuggets. Instead of doing an isolated video on that, I wanted to highlight how both Jokic and Draymond both control their respective offenses and make this a two-part series. The second video will strictly be about how Draymond guards Jokic in the post and the moves Jokic uses to score on him, but for now let's get on to the video. One of the most underrated parts of Jokic's game is his ability to set screens, which helps get the Nuggets offense started. You're going to notice that he always sets his screen at the defender's inner hip, and this helps his teammates get open. I know players do this, but I don't think there's many players that do this as consistently as Jokic. But one of the best players of all time, Tim Duncan, did this a lot, as you're going to see on some of these clips. Alright, let's get to Jokic. Here he sets the screen at Wiggins' left hip, and this helps Porter get a step on him. Now at this point, Draymond's in a tough position. Aaron Gordon is a mismatch for Damian Lee, and Porter has a step on Wiggins because of the back screen. But Jokic is also a 42% three-point shooter, so Green can't leave him either. This leaves the Warriors in a mess, and Campazzo gets an open look. Here, as Mannion starts looking, he's greeted with a Jokic back screen on his right hip, and this helps Barton get better position in the post. Since Jokic is out at the three-point line, Draymond can't help, and he delivers a great pass to Barton for the and one. As Morris pushes pace, Poole doesn't realize that Jokic is about to set a screen on his left hip, and because of his momentum, Jokic knocks his ass down easily. This forces Draymond to help and try to recover. Jokic then pulls a pump fake to get Draymond off his feet and gets Porter good position near the rim even though he misses. And here's another pick and roll that works, and Jokic throws it to Porter for an alley-oop. Again, he sets a back screen on Wiggins' left hip, which helps Murray get a running start to the rim. Because of this, Draymond has to cover, and this is what happens when you leave Jokic for three. His screens are great because it gets someone open initially to help jumpstart the offense. And we all know that Jokic is probably the best passing big of all time, and we can see why here. Jokic catches the ball in the post, and Wiggins and Curry are expecting him to throw the ball to the corner, where Porter is. Jokic is looking in that direction, but at the corner of his eye, he knows that Barton is creeping from the baseline. Notice how once Wiggins turns his head a little bit, Jokic immediately delivers the pass to Barton. Wiggins and Curry take a step to the corner, and Barton's an idiot for being out of bounds, and this should have been a dunk. I know that this is pretty subtle, so I'm going to show it again. And here, again, Jokic sets a screen on Damian Lee's left hip, and he's in the post. After PJ Dozier passes the ball, you can hear Malone say,
and he had that look in his eye.
And Jokic makes a pass that not many big men can't make. Even though this is a turnover, I'm going to stop it here. If Dozier gets this ball to Green cleanly, it would be a huge scramble situation as Green can pass the ball to Morris and then to Porter, but this ball movement can only start if Jokic makes that pass, and not many big men can do that. So now let's get to Draymond. Even though no one respects him as a shooter, as evidenced on this play, he does a lot to set up his teammates, and I'm going to show you some clips. One of the sets the Warriors like to run is the Green-Curry pick and roll. As Curry slips the screen, Green has enough momentum for Jokic to want to come and help, and he gets the ball to Looney that sets up a quick handoff and screen for Curry. He gets enough space and he drains it. Here's another one, and Green understands the personnel on the floor. You have Campazzo, who's 5'10", trying to guard the roll, and Curry, who's been hot all night. Jokic is guarding Green, and he knows he has a speed advantage. In the corner, you have Monte Morris, who's 6'2", and doesn't have a shot at affecting any shot around the rim. And so Green is looking to score on this play, and he gets an easy dunk, and he talks about it later. That's him? That's him? You're way too small. Yup, and soft. Your team is so short, I can drive the ball. So he knew that the Nuggets personnel at that time would not stop him from getting to the rim. And here's another one. Everyone's attention is on Curry, and so on the dribble handoff, Green fakes it like he's giving it to Curry, which gets Jokic off balance. He finds Toscano Anderson, and Bazemore gets a three from this play. On the way down, Jamal Murray is top blocking Curry, which means he doesn't want Steph to come around the off-ball screen. And so Draymond sees this, and he points Curry to come around the other side, and you can see Wiggins coming to set a screen for Curry. Barton cuts off the pass, which leads to a switch and a mismatch for Wiggins, and he gets fouled. Here, you can hear Draymond call a play.
Goodness.
And he points at Wiggins, which is most likely a signal that he's going to him. Wiggins fakes like he's going to use the screen and then backdoors Barton in the middle of the floor where he gets fouled. And notice that Jokic is up on this play because he needs to be aware of Curry potentially coming off Looney's screen, and so this gives Wiggins room to work with in the paint. And finally, I'm not sure if this is a set play, but regardless, this is great recognition by Green. On the pick and roll with Curry, he knows that the Nuggets are going to double him, so he finds Barton as that's the guy that's supposed to recover to the corner on a pass. He screens Barton, which leaves Manny open for 3, but he misses it. So hopefully y'all got to see how Draymond and Jokic are able to control the offense as big men, and stay tuned for part 2 where I talk about the chess match between Green and Jokic in the post. But in the meantime, follow me on Twitter and like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.